students, welcome to the online education of class 6 science. So dear students, we have started the lesson living organisms and their surroundings. So under that we have studied about the habitat and adaptation. So firstly we discussed about the adaptation of some plants and animals in the different terrestrial habitats such as grasslands, mountain regions, deserts, etc. Later on we discussed in the previous class about some of the aquatic habitats. In that we discussed about the adaptation of some animals in the ocean habitat. Okay, so dear students, in today's class let us discuss about one more aquatic habitat, that is ponds and lakes. So compared to the seas and oceans, ponds and lakes, they are small in their area and the amount of water also less. Quantity of water present in this area is less. Oceans and seas are the large water bodies. Okay, so whereas the ponds and lakes are small water bodies. So you have seen the plants growing in ponds and lakes, rivers, etc., even some small streams. Okay, so you try to find out what kind of plants are grown in such ponds and lakes. Okay, so some of these plants, okay, so look at the kinds of plants which are grown over there. So how the leaves, stems and roots of these plants are placed. Okay, try to check out them. So you might have seen in the National Geographic channel the plants which are growing in these areas. It is shown. Okay, so some of these plants have their roots fixed in the soil below the water. Okay, look at the figure 9.9. Here you will see the three variety of plants. Okay, so one plant kind of variety of plant which you can see in the beginning. So these plants usually, they are, most of these plants, they float on the water. Okay, so some have their roots fixed to the soil and at the bottom. Okay, so some aquatic plants, they are completely submerged in the water. So look at the first plant here, the top one, the first one. So where you can see half part of the plant is below the level of the water at the ground level, and remaining half part of the water is above the water level of the lake or ponds or lakes. The second plant, if you look at it, so it is completely submerged in the water. Completely it is in the inside the water only. You cannot see any part of it on the surface of the water or above the surface of the water. Okay, of the lakes and ponds. So here, look at the third picture here. So you will see that this plant is not, its roots are not fixed to the ground. It is just floating on the surface of the water. Its roots are also there and its stems and flowers are also there, leaves are also there, but they are not fixed to the ground. So they are just floating along with the water level. Okay, so here you will observe that three kinds of plants growing in the aquatic habitat. So those are completely submerged water, partially submerged water, and floating in the plants, floating in the level of the water. Okay, so three categories of plants you will see. So those are completely submerged plants, partially submerged plants, as well as floating plants. Okay, so you will see that some of these plants have their roots fixed to the soil. Okay, their roots have been fixed to the soil, under the soil water body. Okay, below the water body, so below the water, the roots of these plants have been fixed to the soil. So in terrestrial plants, the roots normally play a very important role in the absorption of water and minerals, okay, from the roots, and conduct to the higher other parts of the plant. Okay, whereas in aquatic plants, the roots are much reduced in their size. They are not of so importance. Okay, so in terrestrial plant, roots play very important role as they absorb more amount of water and minerals from the soil and conduct to the upper parts of the plant. Whereas in the aquatic plants, the roots are much reduced in their size. The size of the roots is very less because they need not absorb the water, because the plants itself are growing in the aquatic habitat. Hence their size is reduced and their main function is to hold the plant firmly in the place. Means its function only to hold the plant firmly in the water, because it's not flown along with the river currents. Okay, so the stem of these plants are long, hollow and light. Okay, the stems of these aquatic habitat plants, they are very long. Okay, hollow means nothing is there inside, hollow, and light in weight. Okay, very light there in weight is very less, hollow inside, nothing is filled inside it. So terrestrial plant have the stems which are very hard and strong, okay, which is a very heavy one. So whereas the plant root stems of these aquatic habitat plants are very long, hollow and light. Okay, the stems grow up to the surface of the water. Okay, so the stems of these plants grow up to some surface of the water, they grow. So whereas while the leaves and flowers, okay, float on the surface of the water, stems grows up to some height of the up to surface of the water. So whereas after above the surface of the water, you can see the leaves and flowers are seen above the surface of the water, so which float on the surface of the water only. The leaves and flowers, they flow on the surface of the water. So some aquatic plants are totally submerged in the water. Just now I told you, so some of the aquatic plants, they are totally submerged in the water, you cannot see them above the surface of the water. So all parts of such plants grow under the water only, the stem, root, flower. Okay, so all parts of those that such plants, submerged plants, they grow under the water only. So some of these plants have narrow and thin ribbon like leaves. So some of these plants which grown completely submerged under water, so these plants have narrow and thin, okay, ribbon like leaves. So the leaves of these plants are narrow and ribbon like leaves. Okay, so these can bend. Okay, these can be bent in the flowing water. These can bend in the flowing water. Means why these have a ribbon like leaves means, so thin ribbon like leaves means they cannot be broken. Okay, they cannot be damaged due to the heavy flowing of water. Okay, that's why they are ribbon like structure they have, and thin ribbon like structures. Leaves, they can bend in the flowing water. So flowing water, they can bend again they come to the normal position. So these can bend in the flowing water so that they cannot be damaged. In some submerged plants, the leaves are oftenly highly divided. Means the leaves are highly divided, through which the water can easily flow without damaging them. So in some of the highly improved submerged plants which into the water, the leaves are often highly divided, means highly developed one, so that through which the water can easily flow. Okay, through the leaves the water can easily flow without damaging the leaves. So now the animals which live in these aquatic habitats, such small aquatic habitat, lakes and ponds, the frogs are usually found in these aquatic habitat. So they have found in the ponds as their habitat. They usually live in the ponds because it becomes its habitat. So frogs can stay both inside the water and also pond water, as well as move on the land. So frog can have the habitat of two. Okay, so it can stay in the water, in the pond water, as well as it can move on the land also. So they have a strong back leg that will help them in leaping, means jump forward, jump forward and catch its prey. Okay, they have a webbed feet which help them to swim in the water. So that webbed feet will help them to swim in the water. Okay, so dear students, in the today's class we have discussed about some kinds of common animals and plants which are compared to wide variety of plants and animals that live in the different kinds of habitat. So you might have also noticed about the wide variety of plants around you. So if you are preparing a herbarium, you will come to know the kinds of variety of plants and animals which are growing in such aquatic habitat. So dear students, make a list of herbarium of leaves of the plants, so that it will be helpful for you to find out the differences between them. So try to draw these diagrams, different types of plants which are growing in the aquatic habitat. So draw them and write the name, some completely submerged, partially submerged and floating water, and try to find out the names of those plants. Okay, so dear friends, I hope you have understood this today's concept. Thank you and have a nice day.